Welcome everybody. Welcome to uh, today episode of my daily video challenge. I already did this video not quite long, but unfortunately I discovered that the video did not record as expected, and this is because I was using my phone back camera, so I could not see that the video recording has ended and it was very painful. So I'm trying to record this again. And in this episode of my daily video challenge, today is October 2021, and exactly this day last year, Nigerians are on the streets of Nigeria protesting against police brutality. They are protesting against EndSars. They are protesting against police brutality. They are protesting against bad government. And a year after, what has happened? A year after the protest, what exactly has changed? What has made what they protested for a new change? What happened? So because of this, I will be sharing my experience with the Nigerian police force, which happened early this month, probably on the 3rd or on the 4th of this month. And this is just something, this is something that is so alarming, and this is one of those things that people protested last year against police brutality. On this blessed day, I just graduated with my postgraduate program from the university, so I'm packing my items and I'm going back home. And it was a very stressful day after spending so many hours on the road. Like, it is just an unexpected traffic in the city of Ibadan. So we spent almost 4 hours, 3 hours plus on the road. And immediately while leaving that particular express on getting to Ijebu Ibadan or Ibadan Ijebu Road, we met these police officers and they collect the money as usual. Everybody knows that they are after their pockets. They are not actually saving anybody. They're after getting their 50 naira, 100 naira. So they ask they ask the driver to park, on seeing that almost everybody in the vehicle are youths. So they said we should park, and the driver parked. I was carrying my bag, which is containing my laptop, my documents, my clothes. I was carrying a printer, and at the back of the boot was my books and my mattress. So I was packing all these things back home. So immediately the man stopped us. He asked who owns this bag. I said it was mine. And what is inside, I told him. So he asked everybody to come down, and after that he picked some guys randomly, like about two of them, took them far away from us, having a lot of discussion. Only God knows what they discussed, but we can see them from afar, only that we don't know what exactly they are saying. So we can see them from afar. So he has those guys like, okay, they should follow. They followed. Looking there's another guy that they told the driver to leave, and they are holding the guy's phone. We don't know what exactly is happening to that one. Is fighting with the driver because the driver wanted to leave, and he was like, how will you brought me here and leave me? It's impossible. So you just have to wait and let's solve all these things together. So that happens, and we were delayed for about let me say, going to 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We were delayed, and at the end they asked us to go. So we left. About 2 minute drive away from there, we met another set of police officers. These particular police officers are putting on this black t-shirt with an inscription, and with inscription SARS, and with a black cap with another inscription SARS. And these people are fully armed. So they ask us to wait, like to stop. The driver stopped, and they collected the money as usual, their 100 naira as usual. And the next thing is, we should park. So everybody in the vehicle, including the driver, was trying to say that we just left these people that delayed us for almost an hour, this and that. And the next thing the man was to say is pointing to me and saying, you are a thief. Come, me thief? What happened? What have I done? Like, you're calling me a thief? What have I done? Do I know you? Have we met before? This and that. So it was just a very funny day. It was a very funny day. Like, you call me a thief? What have I done? Do I know you? This and that. So I try as much as possible to tell the man to stop using such language because it's very risky. And he says, see the way I'm talking to me, and see the way you're talking to me, you are this, you are that. I said, come, if you are telling me that the way I'm talking to you is bad, now look at you calling me a thief. You calling me a thief. What should we call that? What should we call that? So it was it was just a very funny day, to be sincere with you. It was just a very funny day. So the man was telling me that he's going to prove a point that I'm a thief. Prove a point that I'm a thief? What have I done? What is going on? What exactly? Because I don't understand you telling me you want to prove a point that I'm a thief. So the man said the driver should park, which the driver obeyed, and he asked everybody to calm down. We did. He asked who owns the printer. I said it's mine. He said I should bring it out. He brought the printer out himself. He put the printer on the floor. I was with my bag. I carried my bag, and he said he's going to prove a point. I'll prove a point that you're a thief. So tell me, where is the receipt of this printer? I like the receipt of the printer. The printer is a 2010 printer. So you asking me a printer's receipt? This is not a brand new system, printer. I'm not just buying the printer, and you don't expect me to go everywhere with the printer. You don't expect me to go everywhere with the printer. So I mean, with the printer receipt. And I was trying to explain, I just graduated, I'm packing all these things back home from school. He said, no, you prove a point, I'm a thief, I'm this, I'm that. Prove a point, I'm a thief. Why? So to cut all this story short, he packed my printer, put it at the back of their police van, and on getting to the back of the police van, I saw all these PlayStations that have been seized. I saw some bags. I don't know what's inside the bag, but I saw the bags. The bags have been the bags were seized too. The PlayStations, about three of them in nylon, although they are not brand new, but they are Tokumbo new. You know, the new Tokumbo. So the PlayStations were at the back. The man was there telling me to open my bag, which I did. I opened the bag. He checked through the bags, and after checking through, he he took my laptop. He saw my documents. He didn't even say anything about that. He saw my clothes. He said I should bring everything out. I said, but sir, you see I packed this thing just to make sure that it contains the bag. He said he doesn't care, that I should bring everything out, which I did. He took my laptop, added it to the printer. I took the laptop back, and he was like, I should drop it. I said, no, this place you're dropping this laptop is very risky, and the screen may break. So it's better I place it in a very convenient place, because if it breaks, will you pay? So he obeyed. Like, he allows me to carry the laptop, which I placed in the van. So after doing all those things, after placing it in the van, he checked, and by this time he left to go and meet another vehicle to start the same scenario, the same thing he started with us, to start with the other vehicle. And this time around, one of the colleagues came, and that one was telling me like, I should like, he's sorry somehow, like, what happened, I should just overlook it. And I said, no, how will a police officer call me a thief? And I said, what if my wife called me a thief? I said, no, but my wife can't do that. And even if my wife was to call me a thief, it's understandable compared to when a policeman calling me a thief. It's right to arrest a thief, to apprehend a thief. So now telling me I'm a thief without any justification is wrong, because it's actually a slap on my face, and also is defamation of character, because people passing by hearing him calling me a thief will not know that he was just saying his own rubbish. So that one was begging. Then again the man came, start all rants again, starting all over. Like, what happened? I don't understand. I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam. Like, we've never met before. This is my first time of seeing you. This is your first time of seeing me. So you've never done anything, like you've never search and say, okay, this thing I'm holding, this is this and that. I'm not having any illegal items with me. So it was just very funny day, a very funny day. So while doing all this, while all this scenario was going on looking back, I saw some youth, about 6 to 7 of them, sitting on the floor in the bush. I was like, wow. So I saw another police officer sitting with them, but he was sitting on the chair while those guys were sitting on the floor, on the bare floor. So while looking at him, he stood up from where he was, coming towards my side, and the next thing is, hey you, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a student, I just graduated, and I'm packing my things from school back home. And I pointed to the car, showing him my luggages, that's my mattress and my books at the back. And at this time, this man has went to the car to bring out my mattress and also to bring out my books and ransacking everything. I don't know if they told him I'm the owner or not, but he actually did all these things. He did all these things. So immediately the man heard I'm a graduate, just going back home. He said, wow, hope they didn't collect anything from you. I said, no, they didn't collect anything. So he said I should be going. As I was about going, this man came again and was like, come, go back. So like, I should go back. I obeyed him. Immediately I turned back. This other man, I said, leave him now. So I suspect the man to be their leader. I don't know, but he's probably going to be their leader. So he actually said I should go. So after leaving, the new one that said I should go saw another guy. This guy was with his girlfriend, and he was also delayed initially. So this one came, and immediately this one came, he called the guy with the girlfriend, and the guy with the girlfriend, but he's not calling the girlfriend, called the guy alone, and we were having discussion. Although they are not far from us, they are just like some steps away from where we are, and they were discussing. Only God knows what they're discussing, but from the gesture, the guy was laughing. From the gesture, but we can't actually say what exactly they are talking about. And this also spent almost like 10 minutes again discussing with the guy. So after all this, they asked us to leave. But before we left, the driver was already shouting, making noise, telling them like, come, anytime they carry youth, you always come extort them, detain them unnecessary, and delay their time, and this is affecting their customer service, this and that. And the driver was actually ranting. The driver was vexed, and he's saying all sort of things to the police officer. So at the end we left, and while we left, the driver was saying all these things that happened, that is how they rope innocent citizens. Because what has just happened is the same thing that has happened, that they will have killed an innocent person and put some illegal things with the dead body. And at this time, the dead body cannot defend himself, cannot say anything, cannot even say this thing they're talking about, I'm not involved, I don't know anything about. But he's dead. They've killed him. They probably dropped a gun with him and said he's an armed robber, a kidnapper, or anything, a bandit, or whatsoever name they want to call. So all these things are still happening a year after. A year after people came out to protest against police brutality. A year after people came out to say EndSars. A year after people came out to say stop killing innocent Nigerians. A year after Nigerians came out and said stop detaining innocent Nigerians. A year after Nigerians came out to fight against police brutality. So all these things are still happening. Then what have we fought for? What are we fighting for, and what are we still going to fight for? Because the country is getting bad day by day, and this is coming more from our security agencies. These are people that are supposed to secure our life and property, and they are the ones seizing our property and shorting our life, making our life short by killing us, killing the youth. So it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. Like, the country is going bad day by day, day by day. And for anybody that doesn't know what the EndSars is all about, the EndSars movement is just a movement to say no to police brutality. Nobody is fighting against the government, nobody is fighting against the security agencies, but we are fighting against injustice. We are fighting against police brutality. We are fighting against killing innocent Nigerians. We are fighting against detaining people unjustly. We are fighting against illegal detaining of citizens. Many people have lost their breadwinners due to police brutality. Many people have lost their future due to police brutality. Many wives lost their husband. Many husbands lost their wives. Many parents lost their children due to this police brutality. And this is what we are saying no. We are saying no to all these things. We are saying put an end to all this. We want end to all these brutalities. So the situation of the country actually needs God's blessing, God's favor, because it is coming too often. And apart from that, for people watching this video for the very first time, this is my daily video challenge, and this challenge is all about people that can't face the camera, that can't do some videos, or people that are camera shy. And the challenge is just an activity, a daily videos to familiarize yourself with recordings, just like I'm doing, familiarize yourself with presentations, just like I'm doing, and familiarize yourself with expressing yourself in a video recording. So if you are interested in the challenge, you can actually start by using the hashtag video challenge. You can post your videos on your YouTube, you can post it on Facebook, you can post on your Instagram, and also you can use this same video on your WhatsApp status, just to make sure that you are doing something that will make people to see that you've changed from the past to now. And for people that wants to know how I'm doing this live recording and how I'm broadcasting them simultaneously on Facebook and on YouTube, I'm using an application called Prism, Prism. Prism Live Recorder is an application on my mobile phone. As you're seeing this video, I'm recording everything live and direct on my mobile phone. So it's an application for mobile phone. You can just go to your Play Stores or to your Apple Store and download this application. It's just a wonderful application that you can use. So that's all for today. That's all for today's daily challenge, and tomorrow I'll be seeing everyone, and I'll be doing another wonderful video. I'll be doing a very wonderful video tomorrow. And tomorrow's video, I don't know what the content might be presently. Like I said, it's just a challenge, and I'm trying as much as possible to bring all this together, so that I can deliver something wonderful. I don't just want it to be the way I started last week, where I'm just saying all sorts of things, but now I want a way I can bring everybody into the picture. I'm looking for a way that will carry the viewers along. I'm looking for a way to see that everybody around enjoy this wonderful video challenge. So till tomorrow, have a wonderful day. Bye bye. I'll be expecting you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe.